Listen, I'm a person, I'm a person for whom telling jokes is a big part of his way he makes his living, okay? I can assure you that very little frustrates me more than when sanctimonious people with something to prove to the world can't take a joke. What's wrong with you? But in this seemingly the golden age of the wearisome woke, it's gotten to the point where everything offends somebody. And that means it just has to be taken away. Got to cancel it, right? And unfortunately, that censorious tendency doesn't always reside only on our side of things, right? It's all over the place. There just seems to be this natural tendency among a certain percentage of the population that they're addicted to telling people to shut up. Whether it's a comedian like Dave Chappelle, whose jokes reach millions of eyeballs and ear holes, or a couple, this couple right here at Disney, who are wearing funny shirts, right? They might just be seen by a couple hundred people as they're walking through the park. Doesn't matter. They got to go. They got to be canceled. So now the material in question, if you see this picture, the guy's wearing a shirt that says, I gave her the D. And the woman was wearing a shirt that said, I wanted the D. And the D in question is the stylized uppercase D that we all recognize as the one that starts the word Disney, right? Now, the truth of the matter is this is controversial to both groups that normally want you to shut up. If something you say offends them, some people point out that it might be difficult to explain that those shirts mean what they mean to your kids. And you are, after all, at Disney, okay? So hopefully you're there with your kids. I don't know, maybe you got a weird restraining order from the Chuck E. Cheese and you're just that kind of person. Listen, but if not, you've either got a weird fetish for long lines or something creepier. Anyway, the point is, I can only assume that the people making this point must be on the right because the left has absolutely no credibility left when it comes to worrying about what sexual things your kids might be absorbing. Drag Time Story Hour comes immediately to mind. And I get it. You're a parent. You don't want to have to explain to little Johnny that giving mama the D doesn't necessarily mean spending a day with Mickey and Donald Duck. But on the other hand, can we all be honest with ourselves for just a moment here? The shirts are kind of funny. And if you think in a world that we inhabit right now, that you're never going to have to tell your kids that they'll have to learn about something when they're a little older, though you're wrong, my friend. Listen, after all, what are you telling them? Let's go, Brandon. What do you think that means? Let's go, Brandon. As for anyone on the left getting mad about this, I have a very calm, cool, collected answer to whatever suggestion you leave. Shut the hell up, okay? You got a lot bigger fish to fry in the morality skillet before you get around to people wearing random T-shirts with a double entendre. You can come back and yell about it when you figure out who can menstruate and who can't. Folks, it boils down to this. A joke is a joke. A joke is a joke. Is it sometimes crass? Yes. For me, that's even funnier. Is it sometimes less funny than it's worth? Yes. But listen, we've gotten into the habit of thinking too much the way the left thinks. Freedom of speech means freedom for someone to say, or in this case, wear things that you don't necessarily like. End of story. If it doesn't extend to anyone or any content except that which we approve, we end up being no better than the kooks we argue with all the time. So just sit back, folks. All right? Unwad your underwear, untwist your nuts just a little bit and try to enjoy life a little bit more. It's a joke. She wanted the D, I gave her the D. People are losing their freaking minds. Because, if you go to Disney World and you're walking around reading people's T-shirts, you're doing Disney World wrong. There's other things to see there.